YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and now biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I got another request. Go ahead and give a shout out to the person that gave me the request. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. If you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So we are back with another Shan Vincent DePaul reaction. Shout out to you, bro. And the name of this track is called Made in Jaffna. Alright? And for those of you who don't know, Shan Vincent DePaul is a Canadian Tamil artist who comes from the city of Jaffna, located in Sri Lanka. Shout out to Sri Lanka, man. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Of course.
Here are 3 reasons why your 6th to 12th grader won't get admitted into an Ivy League school.
I don't care because I don't have kids. Now let's start over. Alright. Before we get into it, Shan Vincent DePaul. Now that word above it is a Tamil word. And it reads Iyakam or Iyagam. I don't know what it means, but I know what it says. So, shout out to Tamil, Nadu.
Yeah, woke up a giant trying to find a piece of mind you, I kept to myself on my island, quiet. See no evil, hear no evil even. Left my love to go and serve my light. And ever since I used to moving on my own, a lonely cup to cutthroat, gave a fuck about your valid. Ever since I used to moving on my own, a lonely cup to cutthroat, gave a fuck about your validation. Came in 86, I was 4, we was torn. It was me and Upper and my 4 older brothers. I was youngest and protected. In Montreal we landed, but Toronto made a home. Early sunny memories etched on Caledonia Road. A couple factory gigs split between the folks, kept us all afloat, heart still full of hope. By 89, Suburban Dreams was being bought, so we packed it out to Brampton, expanded out the plot, I swear I met this kid named Dex up on the block. We best friends to this day, shit, that's the work of God, Cause who'd have known a couple decades down the road we'd be overseas and rocking shows and getting blown.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Adolescence 'twas a lesson in self-hatred. I was placed amongst the racist, plus the hatred was contagious. Oh, so whitewashed and complacent with them white teachers, white schools, white Jesus, white rules. Went to Catholic school, raised a Catholic fool, taught the word of God, told to hold my tongue. Never questioned who wrote the books they used when we taught us all how the West was won. It was all dispensed by puppets. I was on defense like fuck it. Luckily for me, I found myself an outcast CD. And through Andre Benjamin, I tended my imagination. Luckily for me, I found myself an outcast CD. And through Andre Benjamin, I tended my imagination. Okay, now I got my confidence up, I was lifted. I did my history, found hieroglyphics, souls of mischief. Through organized confusion, found my voice through all the raucous. I saw my pain in DMX and exit out my conscience. A couple rap groups later, I was made a bit of paper, but had to learn through, I had to learn through failure that I was bound to be a solo dolo star from the start. Hit reset, shit was hard, hit the bottle, hit my scars, hit the bottom, ripped apart. Had a daughter, had no job, debut album was a flop. Plus the devil's in my ear talking raw like, boy, you 35 and having pop, need to stop, use a joke, kill yourself, leave no note, won't be missed, use a motherfucking bitch. Still I had to shake it off for the sake of me.
Son, where'd you
I
find
back
this?
in the studio and put my foot up on their necks. Wrote the greatest shit I've ever penned. Descended out my purpose. This the tale of King VDP made in Jaffna. They'll write it on my casket to remind them who the god was. Reporting from the ashes, now behold the Phoenix Saga.
Woo! Shan, Vincent, DePaul, made in Jaffna. If you're new to the channel, give this video a like, baby. All right, okay, man. Shout out to Shan, Vincent, DePaul for coming through with the fire track called Made in Jaffna. Man, yo. So first impressions of me hearing this song and watching this video for the first time, yo. This man always amazes me when he comes through with his music, his videos, and the messaging that he puts in his music, man. Like, okay, number one, the beat selection, amazing. Amazing beat choice. But that's not so much of what got me, right? That kind of lures you in, right? But when you look at the elements of the video and how he made the video, I haven't seen anything like this before. So that draws you in as well. So now you're wondering, okay, what could this song possibly be about? What angle is he gonna take? What, like, I don't know what to expect. Then that beat comes in with those 808s and it starts rumbling and growling on the track. Man, so I'm like, all right, well, what is he gonna rap about? And then right out the gate, he comes in, he just starts dropping history about who he is, how he grew up, where he came from, like a little bit of his family background. And then he starts talking about how he grew up and how he started to learn about how the world operates, and he starts trying to realize things for what they really are. And then he started to understand that he was probably at a disadvantage, but then he had to figure out a way to try to make something out of nothing. Bro, this type of music right here, this type of hip hop, this is the type of music that achieves classic status. Now, I'm not knocking the new generation of artists that's out here making their fast money and doing their thing. I mean, you know, everybody got to eat. But when you talk about not only making a name, but cementing a legacy and really standing on something that you believe in and really touching the world through your stories and where you come from, not only that, but you come from a place that not a lot of people know about, at least in the hip-hop culture. In hip-hop culture, no one knows about Sri Lanka. No one knows about Tamil Nadu, India. No one understands the other parts of the world that have way harsher struggles than we do over in America. That's my point. So when I listen to this man right here, when I listen to this man's voice and how he bodies the track every single time, bro. Every single time, bro. This man never lets me down, dog. He never fails. You can see and hear his passion of what he stands for. This man has a purpose. You can hear it in the music. He's not rapping about chains and cars and jewelries and girls with big booties and twerking. And being a city boy and turning up. You don't hear any of that in this man's music, bro. So when I hear stuff like this and just hear about his struggle and how he grew up and having to move around and all these different places and doing different things at a young age, it makes me appreciate that I had a stable foundation, at least from a family perspective. It makes me grateful that I didn't have to go through and experience a fraction of what this man said. You talking about moving to a different country from where you were born? I didn't have to go through that. I didn't have to go through that as a child. So to hear this man come from, I guess what would be considered a third world country or a more lesser developed part of the world, I'm gonna say that. A more lesser developed part of the world that is engulfed in history, historical artifacts, knowledge, culture, that's where he comes from. Right? The fact that he comes from a place that has it way harsher conditions, quality of living, government structures, economy, infrastructure, it doesn't compare to what we have in America, but yet we cry and complain and we don't realize how blessed we are. We don't realize how blessed we are. We are a bunch of spoiled babies compared to how other people have it in different parts of the world, and we take what we have for granted, bro. You don't know what you have until you do not have it. So when I hear music like him, it makes me grateful that I even get the opportunity to hear him, bro. In my mind, this guy has achieved GOAT status already, and I haven't even heard 10 songs from him. Right? But the reason it resonates with me so much is not because I'm a fan of Indian culture. It's not because I'm a fan of Thamar Mori. It's not because of that. Right? It's because I give other cultures and I give other parts of the world a chance, right? Because I seek to analyze and I seek to understand the world through different people's eyes. Because I know that me, as AnonymousBased, I know that the way I view the world isn't the right way or the wrong way. I'm just one person, bro. I have my own set of beliefs and experiences, and I have my own path of my journey that I'm on, right? But in order for you to be better at life and master and get the most out of your experience in this life, you have to be open to hearing other people's perspectives and hearing other people's cultures and giving other parts of the world a chance to be heard. That's what I get when I listen to this. I understand his passion. I understand his message. I understand his beliefs. This man, he's invested his entire life and his soul for this. Right? So, in my opinion, if anybody should be in a mainstream setting, it should be him. It's supposed to be him. But in my opinion, he's too real for the game. He's too real for the mainstream. The mainstream can't handle an entity like him. Shan, Vincent, DePaul, made in Jaffna. I didn't even know about the city of Jaffna in Sri Lanka until I heard of this man's music. I didn't know a lot about Sri Lanka like that. I didn't know. But because of him, artists like him, a couple other people like D, Adivu, Santosh Narayanan, Shan, Vincent, DePaul, and MIA. Shout out to MIA as well, man. Maya Aruprakasam, she's a Sri Lankan Tamil too. Because of artists like that who bring a different element to the game, they bring their culture, they bring their history, they bring a completely different flavor than what I'm used to hearing. And the fact that I'm open to hearing new things and hearing different perspectives and listening to different parts of the world from different people that come from different cultures that are outside of my own, because I'm open to it, I have an affinity and an appreciation for it. I don't care what anybody got to say. Right? This man is already GOAT status in my book. Alright? I don't got to talk about how hard the beat is. I don't got to talk about how good the video is. How it was brilliantly done. I don't got to talk about the engineering on the track. I don't got to talk about the lyrical composition and delivery and the messaging and the story and the history that he put in it. I don't got to talk about that. Every time I see this man and hear this man, I know that I'm going to leave away from it with a different perspective. I'm going to leave with it a little bit smarter. I'm going to leave away from it a little bit wiser, a little more cultured, a little more educated, a little more compassionate, a little more sympathetic to somebody that had it harder than me, bro. As a man, I can sit here and say, I really didn't have it all that hard, man. At the same time, I don't walk around acting like I'm oppressed and I'm a victim either. This man has every reason to complain and cry, woe is me, because he had it hard, bro. But he chose not to. He chose to grind, stick it out, go through whatever he had to go through to create this content that I'm reacting to right now. Shout out to Shan, Vincent, DePaul, man. No one is ever going to be able to tell me anything negative about this man. No one's ever going to be able to tell me that this man's trash, that he's garbage, he ain't rapping about nothing. Just because y'all don't like to be educated and understand history from a different otherworldly perspective, that doesn't make him trash, bro. Shan, Vincent, DePaul, he's a living legend, bro. And with that being said, that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share it with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.
Yeah, woke up a giant trying to find a piece of mind. Mind you, I kept to myself on my island. Quiet, see no evil, hear no evil even. Left my love to go and serve my light and ever since I was used to moving on my own, a lonely cutthroat, gave a fuck about your valid. Ever since I was used to moving on my own, a lonely cutthroat, gave a fuck about your validation. Came in 86, I was 4, we was torn. It was me and my upper and my 4 older brothers. I was youngest and protected. Yeah, in Montreal we landed, but Toronto